NBA 2K18 just cheesed me last night. You see me sitting right here in the middle of a Pro-Am game playing, but I'm not actually playing. This happened, all of a sudden I was watching my player, I couldn't move my controls, nothing was working on my controller. I thought it was the PS4 controller. I turned it off, turned it back on, still nothing. So I was like, wait a minute, my player is moving on its own. I'm spectating myself. I didn't fall out, it's the beginning of the game, but all of a sudden I'm spectating myself. So I whipped out my camera to record this nonsense. You see my player, my teammates, you see my mic is still moving in the game, I'm still able to talk, I'm spectating, still able to talk and communicate, and my player is doing whatever he wants to do. He became an AI in the middle of a game. While using my shot creating post score, I put my controller down, told my friends that my freaking player wasn't working anymore. I'm spectating the match, and this doesn't make any sense. I don't know how this happened. This is the first time I've ever seen this, but we know from the last patch that 2K said that once you foul out, you'll actually be able to still watch your player. So you see this team right here is the team we face. They have 0 wins, 0 losses. So again, there's no ranked matchmaking, there's no skill-based matchmaking in this game. And when I got to the free throw line, you see my AI doesn't even shoot the free throw. So this is something I don't even understand. He's an AI player. I'm not controlling him, but he still won't make his free throws. He won't even attempt a free throw. It's gonna go on my end as a bad release. So I'm sitting here, 2K, how can you have a game like this, be having an E-League come up in 2K 2018, 2K E-League coming up soon, and this Pro-Am game, the Pro-Am matches and the skill-based matchmaking, all this stuff is not working properly, man. Imagine if they were in the middle of a Pro-Am tournament and something like this happened. Do you know the backlash that would happen to 2K? But they don't do anything until it happens after the fact, man. They don't do anything until it happens after the fact. So I'm just staying in this game because I'm still collecting points. I'm still getting some badge upgrades, you know, from this game. I'm getting brick wall. My AI setting some screens. My AI, he's trash. Of course he's a trash AI right now, but I still want to get my progression and my XP from the game. So I just stay in the game, and we're winning the game. We're probably gonna win the game anyways, but you're gonna see down later in the lines of this game, I actually get kicked. I mean, I don't even understand this. It says play to stay. We are removed you from the game for being idle too long, in fairness to others. That doesn't make any sense. After all that time, it's the third quarter. I haven't been using my controller anyways. All of a sudden at that moment, you're gonna kick me. I mean, 2K, come on, fam. They're not even gonna give me my progression. And then this is something that I also have to talk about right here. People calling timeouts when there is no clear possession of the ball. Another thing that actually affects Pro-Am and could affect the 2K E-League. How is this team able to call timeout when they don't have full control? This man stops the ball with one hand, doesn't even grab the ball completely, and the whole team is able to call timeout. I mean, 2K, you gotta fix this. You can't let this happen for 2K Pro Leagues, for 2K E-League. That's gonna be a problem people complain about if it happens during the game. That's like a fumble happening in football, and all of a sudden one of the teams just touches the ball and they call a timeout and they get the ball. That doesn't make any sense. Like, you don't see that happening in the NBA. If somebody gets double teamed, they call timeout, but they have both hands on the ball. They're controlling the ball. They have a firm grip on the ball, controlling it when they get double teamed in the NBA. It's not that the ball's loose. If it's a loose ball, you don't get to call timeout until you have full control. Otherwise, it should honestly be a technical foul, which 2K also removed from the game. But that's another story for another day. But listen, man, 2K has still got these lingering problems, and people are most likely playing, a lot more people are playing Pro-Am nowadays because they don't like Park. And Pro-Am has some of these glaring problems, man. No skill-based matchmaking, no rank-based matchmaking, teams that are 0-0 facing elite teams, amateurs facing elite teams, regular elite teams facing elite 6 teams. That is a problem, man, because if you're not facing the same competition, you can't really get a good gauge of how good one team is or how good another team is. So Pro Am definitely needs to be fixed. It definitely needs some improvements. And to be honest, I don't think we're going to see these improvements in 2K18, man. The way 2K18 is going, we are not going to see a bunch of improvements like we did in 2K17, just because the nature of the way 2K is changing, man. I mean, they're not going to roll out a lot of patches this year, man. But anyways, man, like I said before, we won this game by 2 points, 10 assists, 12 points. We won both of those games. But leave a like for more. I'm out for now. Peace.